Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions, let's talk about selection quests. And I was thinking about kind of talking about them in the clears that I'm doing of the Earth selection quests, but I guess I never did like an overview of like what they are, how they work, what you get. So we can do that here. But we can go to the Vortex, and then we scroll through here. We see the 3-star Esper fights here. Next to that is an all-new area. This is a permanent addition to the game. You can play it whenever you like. You can play it over months or perhaps years. So we'll tap on that, and then we can see the two that are available now, Light and Earth. We'll go to Light, and yes, there are 10 fights in all. Let's look at the first one. So yeah, unit level 1, job level 1, very easy match. And then as you can see, I can't use this team or any of these characters. The only characters that you can use are of that element, so mono, light, and then rarity MR or lower. Let's see if I have that light team. Okay, no I don't. But if I clear this first stage, I get the reward unit for the element. And so yeah, you can go in with units that you've never touched once. You can get the unit, and then you can just stop there if you're happy with that. And then as we can see, if you clear it without continuing, you can get some shards for the character. And then we can also see that there are these awakening materials, and they have that same kind of like up arrow and that limit that we see with like flowers in the higher level farming quests. And so you can actually farm these quests, and then it will get you ready so that you could, awaken or limit break your MR or lower rarity characters of that element in order to go further up the ladder. And so I'm sure a lot of people are worried about all of the materials that it is going to take in order to go through these selection quests, but they're built to help you out. Okay, so here's the number 2 quest. We beat it, we get more shards. And we also get more awakening materials. Again, if we beat it without continuing, more shards, and then more possibilities at these guys. And then this will continue on until the 6th quest, I believe. Yeah, that looks the same. Beat it without continuing, you'll get more shards, and then you can get more stuff in here. And then rainbow stuff even, that's cool. Okay, and then we get up to 7, 8, 9, and 10, and that's where kind of the real rewards start. But yeah, we can get 60 here for clearing, and then if we clear some of the missions, then we get the Mind Spheres, which we need to take the unit beyond 99. And then I can tell you the quests here. Let's see, no KO'd characters, no items, take down 2 enemies at once, no continues, and then clear all missions at once. Of course, there's nothing stopping you from just clearing it, one mission at a time, one clear at a time. You won't get the all missions clear, but like if you're only aiming for job level 22, unit level 115, then you wouldn't need all of the Mind Spheres anyway. Okay, let's look at number 8 next. So here, no KO'd units, hit the yellow switch, no continues, heal less than 1000 HP, and then clear all missions in one go. As we can see, I have not cleared it with no KOs, so haven't gotten those last 40 Mind Spheres. Okay, here's number 9. No KO'd units, no items. Party of 4 members or less, take down 2 enemies at once, and then all missions clear at the same time. And we can see more materials here. And then number 10, here if we clear this, we get 160 of the unit shards. And that's what we need in order to take the unit to level 99, max limit break. And so like if you wanted just the Trustmaster, for example, you just have to beat the stages. You don't have to worry about any missions at all. And then you can get that Trustmaster, you can get the 99 character. But here too, missions, no KO'd characters, pick up no crystals, element chain of 5 or more, take down 3 units at once, and then all missions clear. And then this will get you the last 200 Mind Spheres that you would need to go from job level 22 to 25. And then the Earth quests are set up pretty much the same. You get about the same rewards each level, and then similar quests as well. Yeah, don't take any crystals, element chain 5 or higher, no items, stuff like that. So yeah, in a nutshell, that is what the selection quests are. Now I'll give you some of my thoughts about these quests. This is where I'm seeing a little bit of power creep coming into PvE. Part of it maybe is because I'm not very good at this game, but I felt like I needed EX units in order to beat the Earth quests in particular. Of course, if you take the selection quest slowly, like over months, you can just wait for the materials to trickle in, and then awaken your MR and lower rarity units slowly, and it won't impact your account too much. But like I wanted to clear all of the quests very quickly, and so I basically emptied my account of all materials to do it. Partly from the exchange area, where I could turn various element stuff into Earth element stuff, and then level my guys. This time around I didn't spend any Vision Ore, but for future selection quests, if I need many more EX units, maybe I'll have to start spending Vision Ore for that. Whales, of course, can pursue all of the selection quest units right away as they come out, but minnows in free-to-play, I think, shouldn't consider going after all of them as they come out. They should either pick and choose a couple of their favorites, or they can work on all of them, but slowly. And my guess is it would take maybe, 2 years for a free-to-play user to take all 8 units to 120. This is assuming they release 1 unit for every element. And so some people are going to be happy that they have like 2 years worth of play ahead of them, and that's great. But for people that can't bear waiting that long, it's either going to take some Vision Ore investment or just ignoring them completely. There are crazy players out there like Gilgamesh that can do anything with any units. So anything is possible technically, but I think for the average player, the power creep is there, and EX units are going to be more necessary. But again, skipping the selection quests is an option. My guess is none of the units are going to be game-breaking or meta-defining, the reward units, so you can take them or leave them. And here I'll talk about game-side PvE power creep again. I've said this before, but it bears repeating. Power creep in and of itself is neither good nor bad. Power creep handled well by the developers can keep a game fresh and challenging over years, while power creep handled poorly is one of the most dangerous things to the life of a game. They do power creep too fast and the game becomes more expensive, perhaps even getting into pay-to-win territory, and then people leave the game. They do power creep too slowly and people start to wonder why they even pull and level new stuff, and then people leave the game. And so how was this jump in power creep in these Earth quests? It was a bit of a jump that took a lot of materials, but it was fun, so I felt like it was worth it. And then Muraga, the unit, looks pretty skippable overall, so I don't see this as bad power creep at all. It's almost like a jump to the side rather than a jump up, like it's bonus content for hardcore users. What is so surprising to me about selection quests is that not only did War of the Visions create interesting content centered on lower rarity units, which I usually hate in other games, it's maybe the most interesting content in War of the Visions from my point of view. And it also re-emphasizes the importance of vision cards and equipment, since there's no restriction there. I'm going to go ahead and call this great game design. It's good PvE content added to a game that was really centered on PvP. It gives unique rewards that can be gotten by anyone, even free-to-play users. It shines a spotlight on lower rarity units, which, let's face it, have a hard time comparing to UR units in a PvP-centric game. And it makes users feel better about investing in lower rarity units, while not making them feel bad about investing in UR units. I feel like it's all good. Not everyone is going to like the selection quests. They won't see the reward units as worth the investment and effort, which is a legit point, especially considering that they take more investment and effort after you clear all the stages and missions. Some people are going to be upset that they can't use their UR units, which they work so hard to get and level. And some people won't understand that for the majority of players, these are going to be long-term projects. But that's fine, not everybody has to like all content. I perhaps infamously stay away from live PvP, and a few people give me grief about it, but it's fine, we all have different playstyles. But yeah, the developers did not have to make this content at all, and I'm very grateful that they did. One question I have is how many more MR units are coming? Because on the JP side, the game has been moving towards handout UR units instead of MR units, which of course you can't use in the selection quests. So I'm wondering if like the pool is done for now with like MR and lower rarity units. Like all the coming selection quests, maybe they're all designed for the current pool of lower rarity units. Or maybe there will be like a second wave. Once they finish the elements this first time through, there will be a second wave with even more reward units, more quests, and then maybe they'll release more MR and lower rarity units at that point. I don't know. We got some things to look forward to. But yeah, that was a quick look at what selection quests are, and then my thoughts about them. Really enjoying them. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.